We are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome back to Talk Live, ladies and gentlemen, live on IG and YouTube. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me. Yes, back for another week. Back for another week. Yes, indeed. Here with the muscle shirt. You got me in the muscle shirt. But it's not. But anyways, it's sponsored by Duntalk, DUNTLK.com. Like, subscribe, comment. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So again, we are back and here again, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah. For another week. I hope you're having a good week. I hope you're enjoying yourself this week. Yeah, it's a bit of a melancholy day here in Toronto today. And yeah, but again, I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed it, as I say, always in your neck of the woods. But let's get right to it. I hope all is well with you. Yes, indeed. Shout out to DRK Sure Shot. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment. And we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, sir. Yes, indeed. Yes, shout out to DRK Sure Shot. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Live. So let's get right to it. Let's get to it. We are a bit behind in the schedule, but then again, I had to work on the chest today. I had to get a chest pump, so I did that, and then I was setting up the show. But here we are with the World Series in the background. It looks like the Yankees are making a go of it here at the end of the day, so they don't want to get embarrassed, and they got a good sizable lead, but let's see if that lasts. But let's get to the topic of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Modesty. And modern women don't mix at this point in time, and we're gonna and it shows very visibly when it comes to the likes of Angel Reese. Angel Reese is how should I say, with the subsidized league that is the WNBA. And Lord knows it's a subsidized league. Anyhow, she's on the off season right now, and as you do, she has her second job, which is doing her podcast. Her podcast is going relatively well, doing relatively good business, and she had Shaquille O'Neal, the legend Shaquille O'Neal, the Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal, the gold medalist Shaquille O'Neal, the inside the NBA, the tip off. One of the leading lights in the NBA commentary space, Shaquille O'Neal, one of the 50 greatest players of all time, Shaquille O'Neal. Yes, he was on her show the other day, and spitting a few game and a bit of facts in regards to her dress code and how she is she lacks a tiny bit of honesty, just a tiny bit. But we're going to get into that today on Talk Live. Hope and thank you very much for joining me. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So let's get into it. Let's get to the camp. Thank you very much for everybody here on Instagram and on YouTube. We're simulcasting right now. So looking forward to this one here because this got me hyped. This got me, this spurred a lot of conversation within me and the people that and the critics that I come to know, and again, I wanted to talk about it tonight. I wanted to talk about it today, and so let's get into it. Let's get into it right here. We're on YouTube. We're on we're on IG. Shout out to all my Instagram people out there, and shout out to my YouTube people. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and there we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Okay, so we're gonna first speak to Chisha Zed. Please like and subscribe to Chisa Zed, doing wonderful things in these YouTube streets. And he was. And before we get to the heretofore with regarding Shaq and Angel Reese, I wanted to lay a little bit of a groundwork, a little bit of foundation for you with regards to this discussion. And it's a video he has put out here on YouTube saying modern women hate modesty, love dressing like freaks. And listen. Modern women, and especially women within the gardening tool phase, they are ones to put their goods on display because Lord knows that it's new and it's available and so they want to get noticed. They want the attention and adulation that they so dearly crave and covet. So it is no surprise that young women hate modesty, but now it's extending to modern women. Now, modern women can be from 18 to 40 years old. It can be 18 to 50. It can be 18 to 60 because the same women who are 18 are competing for the same men who are in their 50s, in their 60s, the same high-value men, Chads and Tyrones of the world. And there's no question about that, as we've seen by the dating statistics, as we've seen by the marriage statistics. Things have gone to pot in a really, really big way in that discussion. So it's a race to the bottom, to be fair. And modesty is being left by the wayside. And unfortunately, what women don't understand is we men, relish a woman who is modest, relish a woman who can be sexy, sophisticated without taking all her clothes off. But it really doesn't reach the brain of the modern woman just yet. But in time, in some people, it will be that case. So again, let's get into this video here. Modern women hate modesty, love dressing like freaks by the Coffee Pod, aka Cheese's Edge. Like and subscribe to Cheese's Edge, doing wonderful things in the YouTube streets. And thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen.
Sexy in order for you to be his wife.
Rewind this tape one time.
Is it insecure of a man not to like or want you to dress sexy in order for you to be his wife?
What's sexy?
What I got on, like what I got on right now.
Oh, let me. I gotta get a good look at you. Let me see. Where your shirt at? Kitty, what do you think?
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Listen, you guys can't see what she has on. There's a reason for that. I just did a video recently about Ari Lennox. It was like the Ari Lennox and Kevin Samuels video a while back. And there's a chick in that video who had cleavage. That's what she has, right? She's wearing this shirt. Hers is a lot worse. Actually, she's wearing a jean jacket with nothing else underneath. I don't know how she's able to keep the jean jacket in place. Sounds like there's like tape that's being used there or something like that. Just so you know what's happening, so you can see hella cleavage. Right, is hella cleavage being exposed.
I think,
ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing about dressing modestly and the modern woman. If YouTube, and if you can see it live here on Talk Live on YouTube, if YouTube has to put a certain screen over you in order to not be demonetized, in order to keep the show going, you're doing too much, ladies. You're doing way too much. It's like a man showing off his codpiece to the rest of the world. You're doing too much. You're just doing way too much. You're trying to gain the attention and adulation of men, trying to social climb, as it were, as it may, and quite simply, it's a bad look for you. It's a really bad look, and men have two categories. They either put you in the, and hear me out, they either put you in the for recreational use only section over here, or they put you in the marriage and relationship section. In that section, that's where you're taken seriously. In the former section, that's where you're taken, well, for the night. And again, if you're being blurred out by YouTube, quite simply, you're one for the streets. You're not one for a man. You're not one for marriage. You're not one for a long-term relationship. You are for the here and now, and for the pleasure of a man, be it man or woman or alphabet gang. I don't know what y'all deal with right now these days. But again, let's get into it.
sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are. It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got tape on. So yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure. He's territorial. That's a man's nature, and that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself, knowing what you are exposing yourself to. I'm going to say this. I'm going to be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband because I asked him, we had a deep conversation. I said, what is it about women that will make you not wife her? And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. Men will tell you that if you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. That is their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here because not only is she a representation of me, she's a representation of herself.
Very well said.
Bang! I'm going to stop there for a second. I couldn't have said it better myself. Ali Jaffrey said, "Where are you? Where are you from, brother? I'm from the Big Smoke. I'm from the Six. I'm from the home of the Raptors, the Blue Jays, the Maple Leafs, the home of Drake. I'm home from. My home is the Six. That is Toronto, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm born and raised here. And very happy you joined me here on Ali Jaff. Join me here, Ali Jaffrey. Many thanks for your kind comments. Yeah, but here's the thing. I said it. I said it. I just said it before. She just said it now, and she's the wife. She's a wife. I'm letting you know here live and on tape back and on playback, ladies and gentlemen. She's a wife. So a wife is schooling you. If more of these young ladies had wives as more of their role models and people they should model themselves after, if more of them had their mothers and their fathers, more importantly their fathers, to help them decide their dress and decide how they should convey themselves in public, there'd be more wives on the streets right now. Marriages would be up these days. But unfortunately, such is the feminist mindset, such is the feminist vacuum, such is the feminist echo chamber, as it were, that makes you think that you can't be told what to do. You should be able to do what you want, and so on and so forth. And it's just not that cool. It really isn't that cool. And quite simply, if you want to go down that road, so be it. But you will go alone. You will go alone. No man of worth, of value, no high value man, no Chad Tyrone, or no man worth his salt will be going down that path for you. If there is a man who does proceed down that path for you, pretty much he's a simp. Pretty much he's trying to, either, get what he can from you, or he'll be a doormat for you, and you'll be placed in the for recreational use only pile. Just letting you know. Forewarned is forearmed. You do what you will because it is a free country and you're willing to do as you wish. But listen, you'll go down this track alone. BRK, man, I tell you what, man. Tell you. I tell you, bringing back some old memories there. Let's go.
Usually gives really good responses to a lot of questions. So I didn't finish telling you guys what happened. I can't show you what she had on. I can't show it to you because it's that bad. And YouTube will give you, warnings and things like that just for cleavage, right? So just to briefly summarize what just happened, we have an unmarried single woman, and she's dressed really revealing, asking, is it insecure for a man to say that he needs you to dress more modest for you to be his wife? She thinks that's a problem. Here's a secret that a lot of women probably realize far too late. And that is, you can teach a man how to approach you simply based on the way you present yourself. There are more women today who are embracing a more modest presentation. And it's not the grandmas and the elderly women. No, it's the younger women.
So I started dressing more modestly. And let me tell you something. The way I was perceived, approached, and addressed, I am never going back. You hear that voice crack? I am never going back. The compliments were so elegant and demure. I was called beautiful by everybody. People were talking to me for no reason. And this was all happening at the grocery store. I'm at the meat section. This one mama came up to me and was like, I really love your outfit. You look very beautiful. What are you cooking, by the way? Oh, I love that meal as well. Constructing conversations with me from thin air. People were smiling at me as their way of greeting me. There was even a man that tipped his hat at me. You ever had a man tip his hat at you doing this? Greeting you? Especially in 2024?
Stop there! Are you hearing this? Men treat women of any age with respect once you respect yourself. Let me say it again for the cheap seats. Men of any age will treat a woman of any age, with respect, if you respect yourself. If you respect yourself. That young lady, you'll see her on Talk Live right here on YouTube. This lady right here couldn't be more than, she had to be under 25. She couldn't be much more than 21, 22 years old. She dressed with respect. She dressed with modesty. She dressed with a bit of a demurity to her. And you know what? She was complimented by the lady in the aisles at the supermarket. Her hat, a man tipped his hat to a young lady. You know why? Because he sees that this is a respectable woman who deserves a certain amount of reverence, and at the end of the day, needs to be held to a higher standard. Held to a higher standard. Yes, ladies, you can get the attention of a man without taking your clothes off. Funny, huh? You can get the attention of a man without taking your clothes off. It's like BBLs. We didn't ask you to do BBLs. You insist that that will set you apart from the competition, but at the end of the day, most men abhor BBLs. They abhor them. Just like we abhor ladies who take their clothes off. But, I mean, listen, it's in the name, right? Abhor. There's a part of that I ain't going to repeat to you. But at the end of the day, that's how we'll treat you. I'll let you find the part of that word abhor in which we will reciprocate and treat you. It's all about you respecting yourself. Once you respect yourself, once you realize you lead with intelligence, with sophistication, you will, I repeat, will be treated in kind. And that has remained the same for time immemorial. And no feminist rhetoric can change that. See, the feminist playbook didn't get that. In certain circumstances. But for the most part, for modern women, they didn't get that part of the playbook. So when we talk to them and they don't listen to that, well, we know what pile they're for.
Yeah. For me, modesty is the way.
Modesty is the way. In another video, I remember the phrase was, dress how you want to be addressed.
Should your boyfriend have any say in what you wear when you go out?
Absolutely not.
Why do you feel that way?
I think that if he has a problem with what I'm wearing, then that's more a problem he has within himself, that he's not confident enough in himself, and he should be proud of that I'm confident to wear whatever the hell I want to wear.
Stop there. That's what you call gaslighting. That's gaslighting 101. They're not the problem. You're the problem. You should be allowed to wear whatever you want. That's a woman who's literally out here for attention and adulation. She's not here for you. She's here for herself. She's out here for herself. She doesn't respect her man. She literally is telling him, I'll do what the hell I want. You don't respect. If you don't respect him, if I were this guy, I would have dropped her like a hotcake. Dropped her. Or at least get what I want out of her and then get out of it. And then get out of there. Because she's not worthy of respect. If she doesn't want to respect you and respect your wishes and respect your the rules of modesty in certain circumstances, because again, we live in a modern age and you can dress up sexy in certain circumstances when your man is around. When your man is around, dress sexy, but you know, don't go overboard. But you can dress sexy, dress sophisticated, dress in a elegant way. You dress in an elegant way. And once you dress in an elegant way, shout out to my man DRK Sure Shot. Big up to him. Big up to him. Been a friend of mine for 30 years at least. once you respect yourself and once you are elegant in the way you carry yourself, men will respect you. Men will respect you. For a woman like this to come out and say, nah, he's the problem. He's the one who's insecure. He's the one who's toxic. He won't let you do. Nah, she's part of that feminist echo chamber, and quite simply, let her go. Let her go. Let her go. Let her go. She's not here for you. It's the old saying. It's not yours. It's just your turn. Let me repeat that. It's not yours. It's just your turn. Meaning, she is social climbing. She don't care what her man thinks about it. She don't. Because if she does, her tune would be much different. Much different. But clearly, no man of worth or value, no amount of structure, order, and discipline and standards are there with this woman. She's just out here in the streets. So we let her go. Let me see if there's any comments on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Yes, indeed. And we will move it on. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for joining me on YouTube. Getting a great reception on Instagram as well. And let us continue, monsieur, with this. Because, again, I'll let her finish her statement here.
Red flag, run.
Yep.
Sprint.
Yep.
How do you feel about girls' trips?
I am completely okay with girls' trips. Back to the trust thing, I would let him on a guy's trip. If you do not trust your partner enough to have fun with his friends, you need to be able to have your own circle outside of your relationship. And if you can't have that, then there's not a healthy balance. So I'm completely okay with trips both ways.
Okay, now this does not fall to form with regards to this subject matter, this conversation. However, if you allow your girl on your girls trip and she believes there's nothing wrong with girls trips, you know what girls trips are? Girls trips are for women who are living single, whether you are in a relationship or not. And quite simply, if that's the case, if you believe on going on girls trips, you are in and of itself unencumbered. You have no attachment to any man, and that's fine. Go on your girls trip. That's totally cool. But don't expect to have a man when you get home. Don't expect a man to be there when you get home. Just remember that. Any man of worth, of value, any high value man, any Chad or Tyrone will not tolerate said behavior. Let me say that again for the cheap seats. You want to simp, go on girls' trips, and your man will be right there drinking your dirty bathwater. But any man of worth and of value allowing his woman to go on girls' trips, when he wouldn't be there when she comes back. He'd be gone. Or her stuff would be put out if she lives in his domicile, in his establishment, in his place of living. No. Girls' trips are for single women. So if you're living single, fine. Go out and enjoy your friends, but don't expect to be here when you get back. Done deal.
Is that first woman, the one who got up there and asked that question about, oh, is it insecure for a man? Is he being insecure for not marrying me because I dress way too revealing? She knew what the answer was.
She knew.
She knows.
She knows.
This just comes down to two things, two different types of women. The first one is the type who cares what men want, value, and think.
Yep.
That's number one. The second one is simply the type of woman who does not. And if you're somebody who wants to spend a long time, right, a long peaceful time with a woman in the context of a relationship, marriage, long-term relationship, whatever it is, then which one would you rather be with? The type of woman who cares what you think as a man, but not every man's like that. I get it. but most men are, right? We're talking about generalities here. The type of woman who cares or the type of woman who doesn't. You choose your poison. And if you look at these two different types of chicks and you decide, you know what, I want to have long, continuous arguments in my relationship and marriage about dress, then have a blast. Do not have previous conversations before entering that relationship about how she sees dress and how she feels about a man who wants his woman to dress modestly. People don't have these talks, man. They don't have these conversations.
Nope.
A lot of these issues just come down to conversations. I'm going to show you two couples next because this will really illustrate this very well. The first couple I was showing.
Okay, just before we get to those couples, let me have a bit of a say here. Chisa is absolutely correct in the sense of, your woman doesn't really respect you. Let me say this: enough women that are in relationships that do girls trips. Yeah, enough women who are in relationships do girls trips and have cucks for husbands, or they're having affairs on the side. So yeah, go on your girls trip. Yeah, you go ahead, but I'll be, this is where I pick up with my paramour, my lover, my tryst. Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah. That's the only way. That's the only way. And that's the only loophole I see with regards to allowing women to go on girls trips. If you allow your women to go on girls trips, you know what you're doing? You're actually seeking out your friend here at home. Now, again, she may have spies out, but chances are, if you know what you're doing, you're keeping that to yourself. So I'm just giving you game, ladies. If a man is sending you on a girls trip, either he's one, a simp, or two, he has somebody on the side. But any man worth his worth and of value and treats his woman with sincerity and a seriousness will never allow his girl to go on girls trips. No. Because it's it's an old saying. It's an old saying. That if you, I'm trying to think of this thing here again. If you believe, hold on, because I'm just recalling what he had to say. Let me play this back and let me think about this quickly.
The type of woman who cares or the type of woman who doesn't. You choose your poison. And if you look at these two different types of chicks, and you
there
decide,
we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, it's like this. Thank you very much for reminding me that Chisa said one of the more important, if not the most important decision of a man's life is the woman that he chooses for a wife. She can bring him heaven or she can bring him hell. And if you have to argue about about girls' trips and how she dresses and how she conveys herself in public, you've made the wrong decision. If you're always arguing about that, you've made a terrible mistake as a man. Terrible mistake. Because that will drive you to no end. If she doesn't respect you to wear things that will make him look like he is respected in his relationship, you've made one of the biggest mistakes you've ever made in your life. Especially if you didn't sign his prenup, but that's another story. But anyways, still, one of the biggest mistakes in your life, one of the biggest decisions in your life is to marry a woman who falls in line with your values, falls in line with your standards, falls in line with, and makes you look good in public. If she is there to embarrass you in public, my friend, you've made a huge mistake. Huge. And if she does not respect your opinion in regards of in terms of sense of dress, she's not a wife. She's not a wife. She is just here for the time. She's here for the day and not for the life. I'm dead serious. She's not here for the day. She's not here for the life. She's here for the day. It's not yours. It's just your turn. I'm serious.
And you know what? I want to have long, continuous arguments in my relationship and marriage about
Let's move this forward
wants
a
this
bit.
woman to dress modestly. People don't have these talks, man. They don't have these conversations.
Nope.
A lot of these issues just come down to conversations.
No
I'm going
conversations.
to show you two couples next because this will really illustrate this very well. The first couple I would show is the disaster of wife and a chick who does not value what you think, especially when it comes to the topic at hand, which is dressing modest. And the second couple will be a couple who share the same values and agree when it comes to this topic. Check it out.
Did he have any control over what you wear when you go out?
Oh, hell no. No.
Shit.
No.
If Shawty wears something a little too big revealing, you heard me? I should have a bit say so just because like you were a reflection of me.
No.
If that makes sense.
No. I walked out here in
She
this
on
mini
that feminine
skirt.
shit.
Right, because I'm a woman of 2023.
No,
and I feel
no,
like
she
women-
look good.
Yep, that's you, bro. That's what happens when you choose the chick because you couldn't have enough sexual discipline to deny yourself the cat, and now you're in hell.
women can wear.
Stop right there. As soon as she says she can wear what she wants because she's a woman of 2023, walk away. And I'm saying that to every man within my earshot. As soon as you hear a woman say, I am a woman of 2023, 2024, 2025, on into the future, and she says that she can wear what the hell she wants, walk away. Walk away. She is not yours. She is here for the social climb. She is here advertising herself, and we'll come back to the subject again. She is advertising herself for a new buyer. That's exactly what she's doing. And this man is taken for a ride. And this is the simpish mentality that I'm talking about. Look at his head as we watch here on Talk Live. It's down. It's looking downward. It's looking away. It's looking churlish. He's not a stand-up man. She's running a relationship, not him. Not him. And for that, I say, walk away. She is playing you. She is telling you, I have your balls in my hand, and I will do with it what I want. Gentlemen, if that is the case, there are plenty of other fish in the sea. Walk away. This girl will be nothing but a thorn in your side for time immemorial, for as long as you have her. Get rid of her as soon as you see her. She is for the guy. She is the feminist echo chamber. She is the gynocracy in action. I cannot stress this enough. Walk away from this woman. If you see this woman on Talk Live, she just literally said she's a mini skirt. She's got her lashes in. She's showing off herself in a sheer top with a bralette on. Believe me, guys, walk away. She's here. She's advertising herself, and you're there paying the bill. It's like I'll tell you, it'll come back again, but I'll let it play.
Wear what they want to wear.
Look,
I shouldn't have to talk to my husband about wearing what I should wear. You know.
You find like someone, but at the same time, also be respectable and respect your husband. You heard me?
If I want to wear a bralette, I can wear a bralette out. I shouldn't have to ask for his permission. I shouldn't ask for his permission.
No thing on you.
Let me tell you something. Those girls, those are the girls. Let me tell you something. Those are the girls that are for recreational use only. No man of worth or of value will ever chat to the gal like that. Never. Never. We will avoid a girl like her. We will talk to her with one mission and one mission only: to get the draws. That's her only mission. You will not be taken seriously. You will not. You will not. You will not. I'm telling you this, ladies. Please listen to me. No man worth his salt is going to take you seriously. It is not going to happen. You telling me you're a woman of 2023, I'll do what the hell I want, you're acting single, walk. Walk. I don't care. Walk. Sometimes as a man, you got to be willing to lose something to get something way better in return. Walk.
Mine not saying my
We
titties
breaking
out.
up. We
He's
breaking
saying
up.
if I
We
wear a
breaking up. We
bralette
breaking up.
in the underwear. That's what I'm saying. I know. A
Hey,
man,
no, it's cool.
a man.
You're not breaking up, bro.
You're
What
not-
you're gonna do is you're gonna do what you're doing right now and argue on a public platform for as long as you can stand it, right? Because eventually it's gonna be tough. It's gonna break.
Should not be able. A man.
When she's talking on the microphone like that, you know what you should have done? Just walked. If you're watching here on Talk Live, you know what she'd done? She could have just yapped her gums. I wouldn't be there for the conversation. I would have walked. And watch how quickly she falls behind you. I would have walked. And all that chat about feminism and I can wear what I want, do what I please, believe me, then you do not need the protection of a man. I would walk. You do not want our protection and provision. Walk. Gentlemen, walk. Walk. There are way too many fishes in the sea. There are way too many high-value women who are fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, and submissive to be handling stuff like this. Walk.
No, a man should not be able to tell a woman what she should and should not wear. It's 2023. If there are flying cars, that means men cannot tell women what they should wear.
Okay, good. No, if you can't be told what to wear, then I could be told. I could be told. Yeah, listen. I know where the door is. I'm walking. Or you know where the door is. You're walking. You don't need to be here. Go. Sometimes you need to. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you need to tell a woman no. They'll respect you much and stand on it. They'll respect you much more for that. Sometimes you need to tell a woman no. Do not be the simp. Do not be a yes man to a woman. Because if you treat her like a star, she'll treat you like a fan. Let me say that again. If you treat her like a star, she will treat you like a fan. It is not happy wife, happy life. It is happy king, happy kingdom. I'm saying. I'm dead serious. Women like these need to be weeded out. You have already put yourself in the for recreational use category. So said, so done.
That's period. That's on anything. You should not be able to tell me what I have to wear. That's not, no.
Walk.
Oh, man. All right, couple number 2.
Should a man care about what his woman wears?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you go out here, women,
Oh my God.
if you go out here looking like a floozy, don't be like, oh my God, when somebody treats you like a floozy. All right. And if you have a man and he's allowing you out the house looking any kind of way, he really truly don't care about what you look like.
Now let me say this about this relationship. If you don't see it here on Talk Live on YouTube, this is a interracial couple, black wife, white husband. Let that be a black woman telling her man she ain't gonna do nothing. No. She knows she has the bag. She ain't losing it. I'll tell you that right now. She is not gonna fall foul with her man. Nope. There's a tinge of, black man, black woman, because if this were a black man here, she may, I'm not saying she would, she may have some pushback for him. But when it comes to a white guy, hell no. No pushback. None. She'll be skinning and grinning. Gotta say it. She will not flirt or usurp his authority. Absolutely freaking not. Not gonna happen. But that is what we listen. We talked about this on Talk Live herself. So she is one of the few, if she is married indeed, one of the least married, most divorced. She is not giving up that position for anyone. So anything he says goes. She is not, repeat, not gonna fall foul with him. Working so long for this prize, finally got him. No, she ain't gonna lose him. Hell no. Let there be a black man now, there may be a problem, but unfortunately, we'll see what happens there. But let's go.
Woman, if she wears something more revealing than I accept, I'm gonna say something. I put my foot down, and I'm not gonna hesitate. And don't you hesitate either, boys. You better put your foot down. Don't let your woman walk out the house looking like a whore. Like,
How do you feel as his wife?
Bang! But I gotta give my white guy, my white brother credit. Give him credit. He said, and he told it to her face while she was listening. Do not let your women walk out like a whore. Don't do it. Don't. Because not only does she represent herself, she represents you. So if she's carrying herself like she's a hoe, she sees you like a John. How's that? If she looks like a hoe, she sees you like a John. If she is clothed and she is modest, she respects your authority and she respects your opinion. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. And believe me, she ain't giving up the bag for Zaddy. I'm just saying. She ain't giving up the bag for Zaddy. Let's go.
His opinion.
I feel like his opinion is very valid. I respect it, and I think it is 100% correct. Like,
I got a modest one.
You dress how.
See that smile on his face? Notice how they're taking turns talking. You know, do you think that he's gonna die an early death? No. My dude, though, in the last, someone go check up on.
Shout out to my man Kareem. What's up?
You want what kind of attention that you want, and I feel like, as a woman, I don't like a lot of guys like always like coming at me and saying things sideways to me. So I'm not one of those women that loves that kind of attention. So.
And that's an excellent point, because when you're walking out in public, and a woman is dressed however she likes, with dressed in a provocative, sexy, low manner, in a low life mannerish way, without sophistication. She's putting all her goods on display. You know what? Guys have to go out there and protect you while you're outside, especially when guys are catcalling, caterwauling, maybe copping a feel, and you're expecting this man to protect you. So by putting you in and insisting on you being in modest clothing, he is hindering those chances of you being made fun of in public, being treated like an object in public, and he having to run to your defense, and which he may lose his life in the process. You don't get that, do you, ladies? Because if a man touches you or sexualizes you or gives you a lewd comment, that man's supposed to stick up for you. He is supposed to defend your honor. However, did you bring that on yourself? Did you bring trouble to the party when it didn't need to be, when he asked you to dress demurely and dress in a sophisticated manner? You can be sexy and sophisticated. You can be sexy and elegant at the same time. A lot of girls don't get that, especially the younger they are, and especially as they are modern women. Let's continue.
Right. There you go. You choose. You get to choose.
Why do modest women get ignored versus the wilder women?
I think the answer to your question may lie in the definitions. A more boisterous, outward.
Listen to this. It's a very, very, very true.
That's going to get noticed faster. Like if I modestly walk through the room, that means I just walked from one door to the other, didn't make no noise. I wasn't focused on nobody. I just went where I was trying to go. A modest woman is the same thing. She not centering herself around a man. She's not centering herself around attracting a man. Now, the thing about that modest woman, what may feel like getting overlooked, you have to understand. A man is not looking for a modest woman until he ready to get out the game. Ooh. And a lot of dudes is just out here around. So it's like, if I'm just out here around, I'm not looking for a woman that's trying to get out the game because I'm enjoying the game. And right now, I'm not going to be one of them people who say this generation. I am going to say it's a lot of games being played right now, though. So a lot of people not looking for modesty on any side of it, because it's plenty of good women who just don't make noise. But right now, men are being coaxed into wanting more noise than anything else. So a lot of dudes is going after noise. Keep doing your modest things, sweetheart, and be glad that the men that are overlooking you are overlooking you, because most of them will probably waste your time.
I agree with a lot of what.
Excellent point raised by the panelists there, featured on the coffee pod there. Yeah, I mean, if you're dressing modestly, you're trying to attract a husband. You're trying to attract a husband, and the noise will always be for the woman who dresses provocatively and who literally is looking for attention and adulation. There'll always be men around simply because, we're trying to get laid. And, a man's sexual drive is ever present. However, if you want a life partner, if you want a husband, I think your modesty goes to your favor. I think your modesty allows for you to be taken seriously. And there is strength in modesty that a lot of women don't get, that a lot of men don't get, especially the younger that they are. I think women, when they're newer, they got to put their stuff in display because they want that attention and adulation. But once that wears off, and once that, the years of hoedom have been relinquished, they'll want to be taken seriously. And then they'll dress to be wanted to be taken seriously. And then, they'll be a little more sophisticated in that dress. However, men are always on the lookout, I say, for women of modesty. Always on the lookout. They'll always be on the lookout. Yes, you can have a sexy side to you, yes, but women of modesty are always prized by men, especially men who want a wife, who want a life partner, who want someone who will complete them for many years to come. So, do remember that, ladies.
What he said there. I think the fear for a lot of chicks is that
stop there for a second. Thank you very much for joining me in Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're describing the Chisa Zed video here and going through it. So, thank you very much for joining me. And we continue.
Lose out on attention, right? Attention. And to just label it like boisterous versus non-boisterous, no, it comes down to attention. The women who dress more revealing, they love the attention that they get.
Yeah.
And
I said it
they
all along.
seek it from the men around them. I think overall, both of those women want attention. The one that dresses more revealing wants attention from anybody who's willing to give them a glance to feed their ego. And the modest woman also wants attention, but from a particular guy. So it's all about what you're leading with. If you're just leading with attention and you're dressing provocatively, even if a chick doesn't want to admit it, that's what she's getting. She loves that attention. It's the same with the guy who wants to be a provider. You can be a provider without leading with your wallet. Right? That's the difference. I don't like the whole centering or decentering man. I think any woman that's out here dating and wants to get into a relationship with a man, you're going to center the type of man you want for a little bit until you get what you want, right? You're going to make sure that, because the whole centering men thing is part of the problem of why a lot of these chicks are like, don't care what men have to say or think. This next video is captioned, "Modest women get so much slander."
Before we get into that next video, thank you very much for joining me in Talk Live, but hear me out. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let this sink in for a second. With women who are indeed seeking modesty and seeking a man who is modest, and men who are seeking women who are modest, you know what they actually do? Especially if they want to see a woman who they want to take seriously, they check her Instagram page. Yeah. Their Instagram page is a huge giveaway if a woman is for recreational use only or not. always check a woman's Instagram page. Because there she will show if she is, wants her goods on display or if she wants to be taken seriously by a man. And that is something that I think a lot of the young fail to see, fail to watch. That they are indeed being watched. All you need to do is, what's your Instagram? What's your Instagram handle? ... Okay, fine. If you see her provocatively dressed and she's, wearing all what you wear things, you don't take that woman seriously. You don't. I'll tell you that right now. Don't. I'll tell you who told me about that in a minute, but don't take her seriously. If you see an Instagram page where she's talking about, her friends and her family, and she has headshots and she's covered up, and that's a woman to be taken seriously. Chances are that's a woman to be taken seriously. If it's her job to be provocatively dressed, again, that's another red flag. But again, that is something that needs that may be a loophole in the law. But the law usually is if she's scantily clad on her Instagram page, run. Don't rock. Run away from her, because she's only here for the here and now and for the chasing. She's not here. She's here to be flued out. She's here to be wined and dined on. But believe me, she's not here to be a wife. If she wants to be a wife, she would handle herself in a much different direction. I'm watching the World Series right now, and I saw a prior Yankees legend, Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter's wife literally does not have an Instagram page, or is private. If you have a woman whose Instagram page is private, she's a keeper. Keeper. She's a keeper. As they said in what's that movie again? Yes, she's a keeper. I can't remember the movie right now, but she's a keeper. She's a definite keeper. Any woman whose Instagram page is on private, keeper. Definite keeper. Now, if she dresses privately in those things, okay, that's one thing. But if she's private with her Instagram page, and she tells you she's private with her Instagram page, okay, I'm just giving you a game. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers.
Apparently, modest women also face a lot of hate.
I find that the women of today truly hate when you're modest. Modest in the way you dress, modest in the way you carry yourself. God forbid you don't smoke or drink. You have become public enemy number one. And honestly, as much as women don't like to admit it, anything that they feel like a man will like and another woman possess that they don't, they will try to villainize you. Women hate to see other women wanted in a way that's actually respectable.
Women hate to see...
Exactly. Very well said. Women are always afraid of women who dress modestly, because if you can be noticed modestly, imagine what you can do with all things by taking her clothes off. Imagine. That is a serious threat to them. Now, you can be beautiful and yet modest. Holy cow! You're killing them then. They can't stand with you then. Because a lot of women take their clothes off for the attention, for the adulation, but for the one-upsmanship with men. They think, sex sells, and they need the eyes on them so that, they can be discovered by, a high-value man, Chad Tyrone. But they're not the ones to be taken seriously. Most men of certain values will not take these girls seriously. I'm guaranteeing you that. I'm so serious. And, for a lot of those girls to take those clothes off, and especially on their Instagram page and on their their different trees and their Snapchats and their TikToks and such, they're not for the here and now. They're only here for the here and now. They're not here for the long term. Hell no. Hell no.
See other women wanted in a way that's actually respectable. Yeah. Listen, I want it to be clear that I don't think most men want this, by the way, but I think like the misconception, a lot of people jump to the extreme. Like, okay, so you want us to wear long dresses and look like, nah, man. A lot of dudes love it when their women dress sexy once in a while. I think this is a conversation of like doing it tastefully. And that's possible. When a guy complains, it's usually something that's taken too far, right? Too much skin is being revealed. And we've seen that multiple times.
People hate on modest women so much because modesty is a display of strength and weakness cannot stand strength. When I was growing up, I used to dress like, crazy. And I don't judge anybody that still dresses like that now, but growing up and now realizing that I can actually go outside and cover myself and still feel sexy, gorgeous, attractive, meant that the only reason I was actually dressing like that was because I wanted to be looked at in a certain way. I felt that the world would accept me better if I had half of my body hanging out. And that is the actual truth.
And that's the actual truth. And that's why youth is wasted on the young. They think that in order for people to notice them, to take them seriously, they need to take their clothes off. Not the case. Never has been the case. Never. Never. You don't have to take your clothes off to be noticed. Believe me. You don't. The most beautiful women in the world have not revealed cleavage, but rarely. Have not had, don't have their have not worn booty shorts ever. Men will notice you, believe me, once you carry yourself in a certain way. They respect you more once you carry yourself in a certain way. When you have a certain dress code for yourself. Once you treat yourself with modesty. And as it says here on Talk Live, modesty is hated so much because it's a display of extreme strength. Yes, it is. Absolutely is. It is a show of extreme strength to be modest. Especially in this day and age, in this world where sex is everywhere. Everywhere. And listen, the Muslims have it right. They do. They always respect the women. And listen, those Muslim ladies, I was just at the gym today. Most of those Muslim ladies are covered up, and they are some of the more beautiful ladies in that gym. I cannot stress that enough. They were gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Why? Because their beauty shone from within. It didn't have to be displayed everywhere. It shone from within. But we're going to get to the main part of the story right now in a minute. Just let this carry through, and then we're going to get to the heart of things.
Truth. You might not believe it now if you're still in that position, or you still dress like that because you feel that it makes you feel powerful, strong, whatever. But you only feel powerful and strong in that sense because you feel that the world accepts you better like that. And when you get older and you start to realize, wait, hold on, I'm actually powerful and strong regardless, and I'm beautiful regardless. So I don't actually need to show certain parts of my body to get that respect. That's when you realize that's why I was doing it. And when I was younger, I used to look at modest women and think, you think you're nice, you think you're too much. But it's because of the weakness inside of me to not conform to the world and not present myself in the way that the world wanted me to, that made me hate the strength in them. Because for you, especially in a world like we have now, to be able to go outside fully clothed and still feel like that girl, still feel like an it girl, wherever you are, when there's half naked women walking around, that's a big display of strength. Not only are you strong within who you are as a person, you know that you can still be beautiful head to toe covered, but it also shows that you refuse to conform to the society, to how this world decides that you look beautiful. So for you to go against that expectation, it's a big display of strength. And people won't know it until they're older, and then they start realizing, wait, I'm actually strong and beautiful, so I don't need to be half naked to feel that way. Then they start realizing, oh, I only was doing that because it was for validation. Once again, no judgment. I still be going outside dressing, sometimes definitely not modesty, so I'm not here to judge anyone. But that is the reason why modest women get so much hate, because we cannot stand to see the strength in those women.
Yo, I cannot have said it better myself. She said it all right there. She realized that when she noticed a beautiful, modestly dressed woman, it triggered her. Why? Because it showed off her vulnerabilities. That she had to take her clothes off in order to get noticed. When a woman didn't have to take her clothes off to get noticed, she just said it there. She thought that she believed that woman of modesty thought that she was all that, but she was. Because any man would have noticed her beauty shining through, and they would take her much seriously and would gravitate her much more than any woman who's provocatively dressed. And they know that they're there for a reason. For one reason, for attention and adulation. But yes, but you can't be taken. They can't be taken seriously. They can't.
Confused, and maybe somebody can answer this question for me. And it's, why do some women get so upset and so triggered by modesty? Why is the topic of covering your body, covering what God gave you that will naturally attract a man, why is it that that's so triggering for some women? And why is it that some women believe that disrobing themselves is considered freedom and putting on clothes is oppression? Can somebody explain this to me?
Listen, guys, as always, I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you checking out yet another.
Absolutely correct. Let's look at those comments below quite quickly, and then we're going to get into the main page here. Let's get into these comments here. Let's see here. Yes, indeed. Setting men up to defend your honor is nasty work. Yes, indeed. Setting up men to defend your honor. Exactly. I just talked about that already. Let's go a little further down. Yes, indeed. Modesty is an attractive virtue. Absolutely. Their advertising is disrespectful. Yes. They dress like 304s, but get mad and offended when you look at them. Bang. Absolutely correct. And one more comment here. Calling men insecure because they don't want women starved for sexual attention is wild. It is absolutely wild. It is one of the wildest things out there. But let's get back to that last comment. And thank you very much to Chisha Zed. Like, subscribe, comment to Chisha Zed, doing wonderful things in the YouTube streets and with this coffee pod. But let me see here. We got this. I want to go back to this question. They dress like 304s but get mad and offended when you look at them. Okay. Keep that in mind when we get to the heart of the matter here, and that is the whole Angel Reese controversy. Now we're going to follow on with the Crimson Cure doing wonderful things in YouTube streets. Please like and subscribe to Crimson Cure. She is outstanding, and she is a feminine coach and here for to bring men and women, men and women in macrocosm and microcosm, black men and women together, and doing it in a sophisticated way. As you can see, Crimson Cure is indeed demurely dressed, is modestly dressed. But again, she is a Muslim, number one. But so again, that agrees to the code of that religion, which I respect wholeheartedly. But again, you can see that she is well respected. She is someone that needs to be revered. It needs to be taken seriously. She looks like a wife, and there's nothing wrong with that. So let's get into this subject. Please like and subscribe to Crimson Cure, doing wonderful things in YouTube streets. Let's get into it. Let's go a little further. Let's go.
Already tired of this. Anyway, why do chicks dress like this and then get mad when men comment on how you're dressed? But you're dressed this way in public. You're not in private. These are not private pictures from your home that was leaked somehow and, This is you making a conscious choice as a grown woman to show off your body, to come outside, come into public places and venues, knowing that you are a minor celebrity You know what I'm saying? People, some people are going to know who you are, especially the places that you're being invited to and things of that nature. And you're choosing to come outside underdressed. You're choosing, once again, to come outside perverted, to have your camel toe showing, have your booty showing, this, that, and the third. Okay? Now, Angel Reese wanted to interview Shaquille O'Neal. Okay? And then sitting here trying to feel uncomfortable because he's making certain comments. But I want y'all to listen to it, and then we're going to come back.
Bro, imagine you.
I'm not imagining.
Let me finish. Imagine you in the same little shirt you had on at the Wild 'N Out show, Duncan. You know how many t-shirts you gonna sell, cuz? You tripping.
Oh my.
What? What? The same little shirt you had on.
Okay, all right, all right, all right,
Duncan.
all right, all right.
Leave it, Dunk.
Still think about you. I still think about the ring while I'm.
Okay.
Okay, so let's run that back one more time for the comments. And if you're watching me on Talk Live, you can see what he was referring to in terms of booty shirt. Man, look, she had it all out there, and she and as Crimson Cure was telling us, camel toes there. The camel were kicking. Sorry. It was there for all to see. And yet and I was talking about this to my girlfriend tonight, when the emperor has been shown, the empress has been shown to have no clothes, something wrong with her. Something wrong with the person who points it out. That being Shaq. He's the one, because they came for him in the comments. They said he was old. They said he was lecherous. They said that he had no business talking about them. He talked about his daughter. Why he talking to... But that's the only way that these girls can survive, is if they cut down the man who told them that they have no clothes on. The Empress' weakness has been found out, and they don't like it, so therefore they want to cancel the man. Cancel him. Don't believe me? Watch this. Hold on. Let me get here. Let me get back here, because I wanted to check this out here. We're gonna go to Cheese's Dead back again. He has another video on this subject. Here we go. We're going to Cheese's Dead right quick. He has this video. Feminist wants to cancel Shaq after comments made towards Angel Reese. Subscribe to Cheese's Dead. Okay, you don't believe me? Hold on. You don't believe me? You think I'm playing around? Nope, I'm not. I'm not. Hold on. Let's get there. Hold on just a second. Let's play this up. I'm just queuing this up right there. Bang. Don't believe me? Watch this.
Cheese's Dead's trying to say she's asking for it. Nah, bro, calm down.
Shaquille O'Neal may have good intentions, y'all, but so many women have experienced an older man say that they look at them as a niece or they see them as a daughter, and out the same mouth will say, but yo, fine though. And Shaquille O'Neal is offended that people would even suggest that he looks at Angel Reese any way other than a daughter.
How many times have I told you I love you?
A lot.
Okay, so if a person knows me, it's like Shaq is Angel's mentor, he would never even cross that line with her.
Yeah.
None of that. First person to say that, get out. Like, are you what? Are you pretending you love her? What? I do love her. I love her as a daughter.
Shaquille, with all due respect, if you really look at her like a daughter, what daddy says this to their daughter? Roll the clip.
Oh, imagine you.
I'm not imagining.
Let me finish. Imagine you in the same little shirt you had on at the Wild 'N Out show, Duncan. You know how many t-shirts you gonna sell, cuz? You tripping.
Oh my.
What?
The fact of the matter is, as a woman, so many of us hear the discomfort in Angel when she's saying, all right, basically, because it's creepy. She sees you as someone like a father, like an uncle, and it's creepy for her to hear you characterize her like that. Those little short, no one wants to hear their daddy or uncle talking to them that way.
Stop! You see what I'm talking about? I ain't lying. Instead of pointing out the issue that she's wearing stuff like that, the problem is Shaq for pointing it out. Empress has been shown to have no clothes, and yet, who is the ultimate provocateur, the ultimate antagonist, the ultimate villain in this scenario? It's Shaq. For pointing out she has no clothes. And pointing out you had them booty shorts. If you lower the thing on, she's done. That is to... See, here's the thing that women don't get. And I'm going to point this out to you, ladies. Just bring it in for a second. See, here's the thing that women don't get. Women don't understand that men actually give you messages through humor. Everything doesn't have to be taken so literally. It's done through humor. It is to prove a point, but do it with a bit of sugar rather than vinegar. He's telling you to cover up, but women take offense at the fact that she of what Shaq said rather than how Angel Reese was dressed. Such is the feminist mindset. Women can't be questioned. Women can't be criticized. She's allowed to do what she wants. That's a feminist mindset. The same girl that we featured earlier, that she can wear the hell she wants, is the same ones who will chime in to say Angel Reese has done nothing wrong here, and that Shaq is the predator. He is the one who points out the Empress has no clothes. Literally. Yet he's the problem. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up.
That's why it's questionable whether or not you see her that way, because you made her feel uncomfortable clearly because you were crossing a boundary as a quote-unquote uncle or mentor. Have a good day.
No. We're not supposed to say anything. A woman is allowed to wear what the hell she wants, even if she comes out half naked. And her father, if her father and mentor tells her that, he's the one because he's creepy now. I was going to bring this video in, but I said, you know what? Let me apply the different side to this. That's exactly what's happening now to Shaq. Shaq is the villain. Shaq is the one who's done wrong here for pointing out that she has no clothes on. If your father and uncle can't do that, who else can? If your father or your uncle or your mentor can tell you that, who can? That's right. The gynocracy doesn't miss. They don't miss. They don't miss. They don't miss. Zero accountability, zero remorse for what they've done. They're allowed to wear the hell they want. And if a man calls out the fact that she has no clothes, he's the problem. Not her. You can't make this stuff up. Where's the other comment? I'm just going to fly through this. Shout out to Cheesa Zed. Because there's here we go. Here's another commentary. You think I'm lying? Watch.
He was okay with looking publicly creepy. Yet I was not prepared to watch his interview with Angel Reese where he's like, imagine if you dunked in your booty shorts, though. And also, she asks, what's your first impression of me? And he says, well, first of all, I thought you were really beautiful. Obviously, Angel Reese has looked up to Shaq through her career, so it must be really heartbreaking to have this man that you have looked up to not only sexualize you, and not only are you so much younger than him, but...
Not only sexualize you, she sexualized herself. She's literally sexualized herself. You see what if you're not here on Talk Live on YouTube, I beg you, see what Angel Reese was wearing when she was on Wild 'N Out. There's no way Shaq could sexualize her the way she sexualized herself. But yet, Shaq's the problem. This is where the matriarchy, the gynocracy, the feminist echo chamber goes absolutely doolally, and I cannot understand it. Continue.
he has to know that his fans are not going to like give her any leeway in this to feel uncomfortable. And you
What's wrong with his response of "I thought you were beautiful"? You see, here's the problem. They want to turn this whole thing into creepy old man dating young women. When the honest truth is, a lot of the chicks who Shaq dates, the Brittany Renners, who they allegedly went on a date, I don't know if anything happened. But, the chicks that slide into...
I guarantee you there's something happened that day. I can guarantee you that.
Instagram chicks that want to be flown out, they don't like that. And that's what I believe chicks like the one we're listening to right now want to turn this whole situation into. I think that's just ridiculous and too far.
You can tell in the interview that she does feel very uncomfortable, and the comments are like, oh no, whatever, it's just Shaq. I think that it puts her in a really messed up position because she knows that she can't really say anything in a rebuttal of like, why do you feel comfortable saying that to me? And I think it's really telling in 2024 when men are comfortable admitting and saying things on camera that there's much worse going on behind the screen, because like people are much more aware now of what goes on online and like, drama, gossip. Like obviously the gossip pages are picking this up. Shaq is getting slammed for sexualizing Angel Reese. Backlash in the comments. People know that this is going to happen, and so to be comfortable doing it anyway, I'm genuinely worried about how he behaves off camera.
No. You see what I'm saying? Now you need to stop there. Now we know the lunatics running the asylum. We know that now. She's not the problem. He is. She's not the problem. He is. He's considered lecherous. He's considered a voyeur. He's considered the bad guy in this whole proceedings, for lack of a better word. He's considered the one who should not have said anything because it was creepy for him to say. But you know what was taken out of context about this whole thing is how she conveyed herself in public. And that she takes no blowback from this because the gynocracy is real, and believe all women. Here it is again. No one's calling her out, but I'll tell you something who's calling her out. I'm done with her. I'm done with this one young lady here. Because, again, this is just goddamn gynocracy echo chamber at work. A woman is never to be blamed. But I'll tell you who will is a woman right here that is the Crimson Cure. Let's get back to it.
So for those of you, because Shaq has a deep voice and it almost seems like he mumble, but he don't be mumbling. For those of you who don't understand what he's referring to, and that's why the clip was after of the outfit that he's referring to. And he's telling her that, hey, if you can imagine how many t-shirts you're going to sell if you was to wear them little bitty things and be dunking. And so she's sitting up there, I'm not imagining. Okay. You want to seem like you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
With the fact that a man is sitting here to your face telling you what all the men were thinking.
Mm-hmm.
As you twisted around, wanting somebody to look at your butt. You wanted somebody to look at your camel toe. Speaking of camel toe, do you know that used to be a shameful thing? We never used to want our camel toe to show.
It was blurred out on YouTube on the other channel, Tisha said, if you are here live on YouTube. It was blurred out. It was blurred out. But we're supposed to be uncomfortable with what Shaq said, but not uncomfortable with what Reese Angel Reese was wearing. Make that make sense. A man's words are considered worse than what Angel Reese was wearing in public. He's the villain in this. And you can't make this stuff. I kid you not. This is what happens with modern women. They will make the man the enemy when he's just trying to be your friend. We need a scapegoat. Let Shaq be it. Don't blame the young lady. She's just, going going through her gardening tool phase right now. She's got to put it all out there. But modesty is not in this woman. It is not in any modern woman. And in modern women, you heard from them chirping in the background. He's the problem, not her. Make that make sense.
That was like having your fly unzipped. That was like having your pants. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like having a nip slip or something. You know, you didn't want that because it was doing too much. That meant that you had clothes on that either was too tight or too sheer or a combination of both. Anyway, now these chicks want to have their camel toe showing, which I don't understand.
Because guess what? Let me tell you something. This just came to mind here. Thank you very much for joining me at Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to subscribers, to 1,000 subscribers. Let me talk to you for a second. Let me talk to you for a second. Something that just came to mind, and that is this. You know what? No, her mama didn't tell her about her dress. Her daddy didn't tell her about her dress. Her brothers and sisters didn't tell her about her camel toe jumpsuit. No one told her about that. But when Shaq says something, he's the problem. Because he's supposed to be a father figure, and he can't tell her that, and she made her feel weird. And who can tell? If not him, who? Because it wasn't your mama. It wasn't your daddy. You went out like that. Your boyfriend, nope. You went out like that. And I think she does have a boyfriend. I don't know if she does or does not, but even he allowed her out. But it took Shaq to say something. Yet he's the bad guy. Are you getting this? Are you getting what I'm putting down here? Incredible. Incredible. But such are the times we live in, and such is the gynocracy in which we exist. Unbelievable.
And I'm tired of these hoes. I'm tired. I'm tired of y'all coming outside, coming into public places, all on Instagram, all on social media, all everywhere, with your butt crack out. And then nobody's supposed to say, now you're uncomfortable when someone says what they're thinking. Nobody.
The emperor has no clothes. I keep telling you that. Read the parable. I'm dead serious.
It's supposed to look at you. Nobody's supposed to make a sexual innuendo or a sexual pass or comment. Or, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? They're supposed to look elsewhere or whatever while you basically parade around the street naked. Here's I'm going to tell you why she was feeling away. Because Angel Reese thinks, like all these other chicks, that the internet is not outside. Okay? And that going places is not necessarily outside. Because we know the WNBA don't pay much. So you may be wanting to supplement your income. I don't believe her when I was just joking. Girl, we know that the top WNBA players is making a working wage, just like anybody else, a 9 to 5. Okay? So you may want to supplement your income. That's fine. I don't understand why she couldn't just do her little talk show like she was trying and exclusively just that instead of all of these other things that's parading her body around. This is why I said in the beginning, I'm tired of Angel Reese. I'm tired of her because the only reason we really even kind of know her name for real is because of that whole hoopla thing that was happening during the collegiate championships between her and Caitlin Clark. And so, but you don't hear nothing about Caitlin. Caitlin went on about her business. Caitlin, to my knowledge, Caitlin is not parading around with her butt crack out. She ain't got a, you know what I'm saying? She's not selling coochie or selling the image of sex. She's not going into this whorish type of, you know what I'm saying, thought, a presentation of herself. When you click in Caitlin Clark, stuff come up about basketball, about her team, her stats, this, that, and third. When you look up Angel Reese, you might see some basketball, but really you be seeing her antics. And I'm tired.
Well said by Crimson Cure. Perfect antithesis to Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. And she is so jealous, Angel Reese, of the. You've heard the comments previously here on Talk Live of what Angel Reese thinks of Caitlin Clark. She can't stand her ass. Can't stand her. Why a woman with talent is getting all this attention? I should be getting most of this attention with my booty shorts on. You heard right. She should be getting attention for her booty shorts. That's how she put it in public. Yes, I have basketball talent. That's all well and good. But listen, my booty shorts are important. And they need to be displayed everywhere I go. That's how I get attention for myself so I can get paid more. Y'all need to pay attention to these booty shorts. Pay attention to these booty shorts. That is how I get paid, people. I don't want to get paid for my talent. I don't want to get paid for three-point shots. I don't want to get paid for my prowess in the NBA. Nope. I want to get paid for these booty shorts too. Somebody bring a camera over here so you can see this camel toe. Are you getting what I'm putting down? Do you hear the hypocrisy in my voice? But Shaq's the problem, though. Shaq's the problem for bringing it up. Empress has no clothes, but Shaq's the problem for bringing it up, though. Okay.
Because why come all these chicks, all of it is about the sex that you can sell or the image of your sex. Okay, so you young and you got a decent little body. It's decent. It's a decent body. It ain't the best body. It's a decent body. You know, you're just not fat. Okay? But that's it. She's not particularly beautiful. Okay? She's not. She's really not. Without all that makeup and stuff like that, girl, you regular, degular, schmegular. Okay? You.
Oh, Crimson Cure is the greatest. Call her regular, degular, schmegular. And let me say this, okay? Underneath all them trick lashes, all them accoutrements, all that booty shorts thing, she is, kind of ordinary. She got I'll give her credit. She has kind of a hot body. I'll give her that. She don't put it out there. She's in her whole face. But even Crimson Cure had to call it out. She's average. She has height, but she ain't like gorgeous or anything. She like give her a 6 or something like that. You know what I mean? She's average. If it wasn't for that body, she'd be average. I'm dead serious. She's average. But she's not. She seeks attention and adulation because such is the echo chamber of feminism. She needs that attention and adulation. She needs to be seen with the camel toe out. And yet cannot be criticized because if you do, you're the creeper. You're the guy who is doing her wrong instead of doing herself wrong. No. Oh. I thought it was an out. But you're the guy doing wrong. You're the guy who, look, she has no clothes. Arrest him. You identified a woman with no clothes on. Arrest him. Cancel him. He should not be on air because she has been told she has no clothes on. He should be canceled for he is a creep. He is a lecherous one. Arrest him. But she has no clothes. Arrest him. She has no. Arrest him. Mm-hmm.
Like, I know a plethora of hood chicks that look better than her, plain face, and with better bodies. So it's not even that serious. I'm gonna tell you why she felt the way with Shaq saying that. Okay, not only it was a man that said it to her face. People are trying to say it's the age gap. No, it's not. She is a basketball player. Professionally, this is the WNBA. We're not going to talk about how lesser they are to the NBA. We're not going to talk about it. She has an opportunity to sit down with an NBA legend like Shaquille O'Neal, regardless of what you think of his other thoughts and things that he say, whether you agree with it or not, or if you don't like Shaq, you do like Shaq, but that's irrelevant to the fact that Shaquille O'Neal is a Hall of Fame basketball player.
4-time NBA champion, multi-time All-Star, named All-Star, one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history, in most people's opinion, one of the top 10 players in basketball history, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and is the brand name, the name for many a Fortune 500 company. Yet he's the one who's in the wrong. He's trying to put game on her, but he's in the wrong because he shouldn't be talking about these things. He's her father figure. Oh, you make her feel uncomfortable. Feel uncomfortable. Feel it. Feel uncomfortable. You won't be coming out in them booty shorts anytime soon. I'll tell you that. You know, shame is a great corrector of behavior. And I can guarantee you she ain't going to be bringing them booty shorts out anytime soon. Shaq did her a huge solid by telling her that stuff. She will think twice about wearing them booty shorts out again. Twice. Sometimes the young need, well, all the time, the young need a bit of toolage. It happened this time, and they're trying to cancel his ass. Do you believe this? Do you believe it? You don't believe it? Because I don't. I don't. I literally don't. Thank God for Shaq. Thank you, Shaq.
Okay. All right. One of the last great big men. Okay.
Truth.
That don't change. None of the other stuff that he do now changes that fact.
Nope.
So
you think they're gonna kick his ass off inside the NBA because of this? Hell no. He makes that company way too much money. For all these women trying to cancel his ass, good luck. It ain't happening. Shaq says what he means and means what he says. Sometimes it's out there, but you know what? He doesn't pull any punches. And you know what? Did her a huge solid. If you think you're gonna cancel his ass now, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. Because he's in a business that favors men, quite simply. And Angel Reese will see him as a hero, but she feels embarrassed because a father figure told her about her excess, her lack of decorum, lack of modesty, and now he's the bad guy for bringing it to her attention. You can't make this shit up. Kevin said it right. You can't make this shit up. You can't. Just can't. But such are the times you live in.
You are a basketball up and comer. You will never reach the heights of skill or fame of the man that you're talking to. Okay? She wanted to talk to him and have his respect as like a basketball player. Like we're both in the same profession, albeit at different levels. And I want to talk to you in a particular way. And I would like for you to have a particular view of me, a particular kind of respect of me as we have this conversation. Okay? Because Shaq is a big deal to have in an interview space. He's not small fries. Okay? In the world of celebrity and sport. Right? So what embarrassed her was that he's not talking about, I don't know whatever else they talked about, but in this clip, he's not talking about her skill set being the thing that draw people in to watch basketball. He said, wear them little shorts you be wearing and then dunk, and then people will watch it. Indicating that he saw her in them little shorts, as did millions of people, had a sexual set of thoughts about her because he's a man and she's a woman, and proceeded to let her know that these were the thoughts that was running through my head without shame. Without shame. And
but she nailed it right there. She nailed it right there. What he was actually doing, even though these thoughts are running in his head, and actually, and he let her those thoughts know, because Shaq doesn't pull any punches. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. He is that influential individual that he doesn't have to pull punches. He can say what's on his mind, and people will listen to him and respect him for it. But here's the thing. As I said to you before, this woman is being named and shamed in a comical way, but it's bringing attention to the fact that you lack modesty. And so if you lack modesty so much, why don't you bring it to the WNBA and start dunking on fools with that exact same outfit you had on for a while now? Perfect opportunity. Great show. I mean, I don't know about a great show, but a great show for you to show that dress off. Great show, because you are wilding out. You are indeed wilding out. You wild for wearing that thing and showing off that camel toe. Absolutely correct. You hit the target audience. You played it to the hilt. But don't think for a second that Shaq has to hide his face, because he doesn't. He's 7'4", 325, 350 pounds. Don't have to hide nothing. His reputation and his legacy is secure, ladies and gentlemen. Believe me, this man will keep making money till his dying days. He does not have to pull punches with Angel Reese. Angel Reese is a blip. A blip on the sports landscape. She'll never be a Shaq. Never. Ever. So you can name and shame all you want and try to cancel them all you want, and it ain't gonna happen. It's the last Let's continue.
He shouldn't have been shamed, because she wasn't shamed to show up in public like that.
That's right.
So why should he be ashamed to say something about it? And for once,
Empress has no clothes. Empress has no clothes.
Somebody said she outside like that, but he can't comment. Mm-hmm. Somebody said, why do girls wear stuff like this and feel offended when the men
call them out on it
of older caliber, I guess you're trying to say, even say anything? Why did you leave the house like that?
Yep.
The same conversation they have on TikTok about pleated skirts and bubble skirts. Then y'all be.
Where is the mama? Where is the daddy? Where is the boyfriend? Where is anybody within her inner circle telling her about this stuff? Nobody did. He did, and he's the bad guy for it. Make that make sense. Make it make sense, people. You can't make this stuff up. Can't.
Be mad. I'm not saying he was right, but you really can't be mad. He wasn't wrong. He was giving her a game low key.
Yep.
Shaq trying to crumble that cookie. Shay would have been worse. Because Uncle Shannon always talking about how he gonna break something down. When you dress like that, you'll be sexualized.
Yes.
I'm tired of her already. I am too.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Shaq actually was looking out, putting on game.
And I tell you what, she's a big woman now. She's 6'3". That's 6'3". Angel Reese is not little. She's big. She's a big girl. I'll tell you something. There are a lot of men out there. She put it out there now. There are a lot of men who want to climb that tree. I keep saying.
And if it was a problem, she shouldn't have came out wearing that type of stuff. Then somebody gonna say, think it's uncomfortable for her because of the age gap. He's old enough to be her dad, and he's commenting about her booty shorts. So she was outside with men that was old enough to be her daddy. It was children old enough to be her children.
That's right.
It was children around that see her like that, where she was old enough to be their mom.
Yep.
No one talks about how uncomfortable other people are when these chicks show up naked. You can do whatever you're doing and have some dignity about you. You really can do it. I'm going to give you an example of the difference in mindset. Y'all know Tems, Tems, the singer, the lady. I think she's Nigerian or whatever.
Listen to this.
I like her music. Tems do not be showing up places naked. She have on like her little dresses and stuff when she's performing and things of that nature. But she does not. It's a difference. I've never seen, and as a matter of fact, I've seen her mention how she, come to studios and she go places dressed way more modestly in terms of coming around the industry, because she don't want the men in the industry to get the wrong idea, or to be distracted by her body, by anything. She just want to come in there and work.
Excellent point raised by Crimson Cure. Let's have a look at Tems, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at Tems, Tems. The Nigerian singer, please. Thank you very much. There she is. 29 years old. Very lovely, a great singing voice. Fantastic, believe me. She can't hide that booty. But let me say this. She can't hide it. But you know what she's compared to? And I was running through these pictures here. And I'm so glad for this. She's compared to this lady. Let me show you. Let me show you who she's compared with. Here it is. It's coming. It's coming. I scanned these earlier, so I know where this is going here. Where did she go? Where did she go? Where did she go? But fantastic, fantastic person. Fantastic. Doesn't have to be sexy. Very demure, very sophisticated. There she is. Let me see if I can get a bigger shot of this here. Can't see. Oh, there we go. Anyways, I think we lost it here for a second. Hold on a second. There we go. But fantastic lady. Well thought out, because she wants to be taken seriously for her music, for her voice, for her talent. She doesn't want to sell herself sexually to men. She just wants her words and deeds to speak, and God love her for it. God love her for it. There's certain things she can't hide. There's certain things she can, but guess what? She ain't putting it out there for the world to see. And you know what? Good on her for doing that. Absolutely great for her to do that. And she is someone that young women should be looking up to. But she reminds me a lot of... I wish I could find her here, but hold on. Just a second. She reminds me of this lady right here. I was trying to find it. This lady. That one right here. Sade. A lady who, let me say this, still to this day is revered in the music industry. Revered. Never took a belt, a shirt, anything off. But still people remember Sade. She is revered in the music industry. Very much like Thames today. Fantastic voice. Sweet, demure individual. And all the love going to her. I mean, fantastic individual. Fantastic. Very much like Sade from back in the day. It's like Sade reincarnated. Although Sade's still alive, still making music. Shout out to Sade. But again, another woman who admired her modesty and who is respected in the industry. Let's continue.
She want to come in there and work. She want to come in there and write music, sing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she's doing, get the music out. And that's it. I think she's dating WizKid, if I'm not mistaken. But that's what she talked about. This is what I want to do. I just want to, so I make sure that I dress a certain way when I'm coming into the studio, when I'm coming into different places, you know what I'm saying, where there's work and things like that. I'm making deals, I'm talking to people. I don't want them to look at me a certain way. I want the respect and I want the work done without the distraction of, my sexuality and things of that nature, which I could do nothing but respect. That's how women's supposed to move. It's not that we can't do nothing and can't go nowhere, but I find that a lot of women, it's a lot of cap going on with these chicks because I thought y'all was scared to go outside. I thought it was dangerous outside. I thought you were afraid of the men outside. And the fact that since they sexualize you so much and objectify you so much, that they would treat you like an object and disregard your humanity and things of that nature. I thought y'all didn't like catcalls. I thought y'all didn't like dudes stepping to y'all. Like, I thought y'all didn't like that. But you dress in a way that invites nothing but that.
Bang! Like I said before, you may not be a hoe, but you're wearing a hoe's uniform. You may not be a hoe. That's fine. But you're wearing a hoe's uniform. So for men to take you seriously, out of the question. Out of the question. No, I'm strong, liberated, I don't need a man, and I should be taken. No, we won't. Men look at women a certain way when they dress provocatively. That has not changed for time immemorial. And it won't change now. As much as the gynocracy, as much as feminism has taught us, oh, we need to respect all women and this, and just because we're wearing our clothes, no. We'll have a certain category for you, and that won't change, ladies. No matter how much the matriarchy is trying to change things, one thing is how you will never change is how a man and woman looks at a woman who dressed provocatively. It'll never change.
Y'all so apprehensive about how men perceive y'all, yet that stops when it comes to what you got on. All of a sudden, it shouldn't matter what you were wearing. Mm-hmm. You will make all these, you know what I'm saying, all of these, you will try to have all these steps and precautions that you take. You know what I'm saying? I don't go certain places at certain times. You know what I'm saying? I try to lock my doors. I try to be mindful of my surroundings and things of that nature, because people may do this, people may do that, men may do this, men may do that. Yet when it comes to, okay, well, how you dress says something about how other men are going to perceive you and how they're going to treat you and how they're going to regard you. Now all of a sudden, how you dress don't have nothing to do with how people, and it shouldn't matter what I got on. No, but you be coming outside with the crack of your butt showing. You be coming outside with your titties out. Mm-hmm. You come outside with your coochie out. Mm-hmm. Like you come outside. And now all of a sudden the men aren't supposed to have a thought about it. And every man is supposed to be so honorable when you know for a fact that it's not like that. Everybody is not good. Everybody is not, you know what I'm saying? And like, man, he'll have a thought, but he ain't gonna hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he not gonna try to hurt you or nothing like that. It's just, man, he just gonna look at you. You gonna be judged. But he just ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, he not trying to do nothing to you.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You may not, he may not have bad intentions for you, but you will be judged. Yes, you will be judged. By how you put yourself out in public, you will be judged. I'm sorry, ladies. It's the truth. No matter how things have changed, women will be judged by how they carry themselves in public. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's the same way if men who do not wear a suit, women judge them as being less than. As being too blue collar. We're going to judge you on how provocatively you dress. Absolutely. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. But I want to thank you very much to Crimson Cure for this wonderful, wonderful things in the YouTube streets. But I want to wrap this up with this. And we have just enough time to do it. I just want to wrap things up with this from your friends and mine, Fresh and Fit. And you know what? A lot of people don't like these guys, but I agree that these guys may be a bit controversial on the controversial side of things. But let me tell you something. In terms of male empowerment, in terms of helping men being their best selves, these guys are kings at it. Number one. Number two, yes, Myron has a fantastic analogy with regards to women dressing provocatively and how it is cheating for women, and that's the video that we have here on the Fresh and Fit Clips channel. Subscribe to Fresh and Fit Clips if you so wish. But I do, and I think these guys are fantastic representatives for men. Again, you can have your opinion on these guys. These guys are very controversial, to be fair. But I wanted to bring to your attention this analogy, and it hits so well on so many levels. And I'll let Myron explain for himself. Shout out to Myron. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'll let him tell it.
A ridiculous reason that men leave women, in your opinion.
What she wears.
You think that's a ridiculous reason?
Yes, because if you're getting
Why
with
so?
a girl and she's already in a if you're with a girl and like she was in bikinis and shit when you got with her.
Yep.
Why are you gonna make her cover up after?
That's very
Fair.
good. That's
Fair.
good.
Okay. Let's challenge that logic real fast. Let's assume you work really hard. You do OnlyFans, and you said you do some tattoo artisting,
started,
right? Yeah. So let's
again, red flag, but we'll continue.
say, what's your dream car?
Something simple. I'd say Audi or a G-Wagon.
G-Wagon, okay.
Jeep.
Let's say you save up the $160,000.
That is simple, though. I could say Lamborghini or fucking Rolls Royce or some shit, you know? It's simple.
Right.
Okay?
So
Simple,
let's-
cute.
All right, let's go ahead and because you gave the example of like you think it's ridiculous for a man to leave a girl because she still wants to dress a certain way despite the fact that she's in a relationship, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So
As we
let's
said
use that
earlier.
example. Let's say you work really hard and you save up that $160,000 to go buy your pink G-Wagon dream, right? You go to the fucking lot. It's right there. They have it ready for you. You pay for it. You drive it off the lot, right? Then the salesman comes back to you and tells you, hey, look, we don't really have any more of these pink G-Wagons and people really want them, so I'm going to need to borrow the car from you for a bit and put a for sale sign on it and drive it around a little bit. Are you okay with that? What would you say to the salesman after you purchased it?
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
Please answer the question. What would you say?
Why the fuck would you sell me a car just to take it back? That's what I would say.
Fantastic. Why the fuck would you continue to post pictures after we're in a relationship? Ooh!
Why the fuck would you get with me and I'm posting pictures? Like,
I could say the same thing. Why the fuck would you buy the Mercedes when they're going to come and ask you to go ahead and show it around?
that's what you liked though when you got with me. So why do you not like it no more?
Yeah, so I
You
think
can
you're
rent
missing...
it and I'll keep it though.
Yeah.
I see a match.
See, here's the thing about this, ladies, and it is a great analogy. It is a fantastic analogy. When you dress provocatively and you're with your man, it's like having a for sale sign on your chest while you are with this gentleman. You do not care for his opinion. You literally just want to sell yourself on the street. As I said, you may not be a hoe, but you're wearing a hoe's uniform. So, if you wish to be that, so be it. But do it on your own time. Be on your own time. And don't ask a man of value that you wish that every other woman wish to come to your door because they ain't coming. They are not gonna be there for you. They're not gonna do it. They don't want their women with for sale signs on their chest, running around thinking that the world owes them something. And you should do what the hell you want while in a relationship. While single, do what the hell you want. Do it. But indeed, it is like you being, I don't want to objectify you, but it's like buying a car. Working hard to buy a car, the car of your dreams, and yet having the dealership come back to you and say, listen, we're going to have to put this car still on sale, even though we took your money. It's not worth the investment. We do not invest in women who consider themselves unmodest and who dress provocatively. Not a man of a certain value. There's a certain man, and we will categorize you, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, you see, I don't think you see the logic here. You worked really hard to purchase that vehicle, right?
They like each other.
You had to yes, you didn't work hard to save up that $160,000 to purchase the vehicle?
The side conversation.
Yeah, but you worked really hard to earn that car,
did.
correct? Save up the money, blood, sweat, and tears, and you purchase it.
Mhm.
And then someone comes in and says, no, you need to continue to have that for sale sign on that vehicle. As a matter of fact, they want to parade it around
Well,
the
then
streets.
I'm
so
gonna
other
ask
people-
for if they got one in all black.
Okay, so you'll go get another car.
Yeah.
Oh, so would you be
Yeah.
mad if the guy left you and went and got another girl that doesn't want to keep it for sale sign
No,
on her
that's
neck?
life. Fuck it. I'll find me a
Okay.
new man.
Do you see the logic there, though?
I kind of do. But
That's how.
And that's how women categorize themselves for the streets. Literally right there. They do it to themselves. They give themselves enough rope to hang themselves with. That's exactly how you know a woman is for the streets. Literally. There it is. There it is. She's already ruled herself out of any long-term relationship with any man of value. No. That's not going to happen. She's put herself into a category of for recreational use only. Done. Anyway, she's on OnlyFans, so I'll let this carry out.
That's how men look at women. I know that sounds fucked up, but
it is fucked up.
Well, hey, that's the
But,
world that we're in. But it's not fucked up that we have to work really hard to be able to purchase a car in the first place, right?
It's not, no. I mean, nobody gets shit for free. So, no, it's not fucked up.
Well, men have
Women
to work
get
for
shit
their
for
value.
What do you mean?
Okay. Who has more value, an 18-year-old girl or an 18-year-old man?
We both have the same value. What the fuck do you mean?
In the dating marketplace, who commands more value, an 18-year-old woman or an 18-year-old man?
Girl.
Why?
She's a virgin.
Because we're virgin. We give babies and all type of shit.
Okay.
We just got nut.
Okay, that's fine. So,
no.
okay. So, why does she have more value than the man?
Women always have more value than men. We give life.
Oh,
Can we
thank
get
you.
some shots?
Okay, so you admit that women have more value than men.
Always, yeah.
Okay. So women are born with their value.
Yes.
That proves my point. That's literally what I just said. Men have to create their value. Women are born with their value.
Okay, well, I wasn't listening.
I can tell.
Next question.
I can tell.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but do you see the logic with why men have an issue with if you dress a certain way and then he meets you and then you continue to dress that way, why it's a problem? If you dress provocatively, so to speak.
It's the same thing as like, I get what you're saying. Okay.
But you know what I was doing before you got with me, though.
You don't want your.
She just doesn't get it. She's already categorized herself. She's already put herself in a certain position. Women, you rule yourself out of a good life simply by the choices you make. You rule yourself out of a life with a man of value, taste, and system, order, structure. That's what I was trying to do earlier on. You rule yourself out of a man of good value by saying that I don't need I can dress how I want. I can do what I want. I can be as provocative as possible. I can dress myself like a streetwalker. And yet, a man's supposed to take you seriously. Funny that. Never was the case and never will be the case, ladies. Just say. But I'll let this woman finally, because usually women hear women and they finally listen. So let's hear what this woman has to say quickly, and then we're gonna close out.
Woman to be out here exposing herself when you're with her because that's for him. Just like you would not want your man out here with another bitch fucking them and whatnot. It's like it goes hand in hand. It's
not even like into my life. And you want to change my life, and you know.
Can we let her? Hold on. Can we let her finish her thought, and then you guys can go ahead and say what you want to say? Go ahead.
I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, and I think he is absolutely right because it would be the same way. Like if roles were reversed, okay, I would not want my fucking man out here literally having his dick out, sending it to multiple bitches, doing this and that. You know what I mean? And it goes hand in hand. I don't know. I see your point of view. I understand what you're saying because I'm the exact same way. I don't like to share. I don't want my man to be out here giving it all up to other people if we're in a relationship with each other. And it would be the same way in his defense.
But can
I think they're a bit different. I would argue it's more along the lines of not necessarily him slinging dick to another girl, but I would say it's the equivalent to him like spending money and his resources on another girl because that actually hurts you.
Yeah.
Right. So if I go ahead and I have a girl, but then I'm spending money on other girls and I'm like selling them a dream and stuff, that's resources that are getting taken away from you. Right.
Right. I mean, there's multiple factors that can go into it, but I get what you're saying.
You see my perspective?
Yes.
Yeah. So you still don't. Do you see the? Okay. I mean, you don't have to agree with it, but that's how men look at women. I know it sounds fucked up, but a for sale sign is what it is. Yeah.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
For example, baby daddy, by accident, girls,
By accident, he called me with butt dial, and one of his employees was saying, "Oh, daddy, da 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 da." He was like, she was messing
I
up.
think we're gonna stop it there, ladies and gentlemen, because she's gonna get into something a little less for the subject matter, anyways, and attuned to the subject matter. So let's just end it here. It's near the excellent, just over the 2-hour mark, and we're gonna end it here, ladies and gentlemen, with a few final words. Let me put myself on full cam. Let me say this, ladies. If you believe that Angel Reese was not in the wrong in her in terms of how she dressed, and you believe Shaq was lecherous and he was creepy in terms of calling out the the fact that she was scantily clad when she went a Wild 'N Out and finally was criticized for doing so. Well, you don't see the forest for the trees, and to you, that is your choice. That is your right as a woman. But don't expect a man of value to come knocking at your door anytime soon, because you're basically you feel that a woman can dress how she wants, can do what she wants, even though she's wearing a hoe's uniform, and though she may not be a hoe, she will be judged as such. She'll be judged as such. Simply put. And you're fooling yourself if you see different. Having modesty, there's a power in having modesty. There's a power in there is a respect for women who dress modestly. Believe me. And who want to be taken seriously by men. Men can see the sexy side of them no matter what they dress. But certain women believe that they need the attention and adulation. They need this dopamine hit in order to survive and to gain the attention of men that they want. But men see through those cracks. Men will always see through a woman who sees herself as within the feminist echo chamber and believing that she can wear and do what she wants. And she will be judged as such. And if you think that the times are changing, and if things men will treat you differently because those times have changed, you're wrong. You're wrong. Men are very, very slow to change when it comes to this area, and men will only think of you in one way. So the quicker you realize that, the quicker that Angel Reese realizes this, is the quicker that they will stop shunning Shaq, trying to cancel Shaq, and trying to get themselves right for the man of their dreams. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Talk Live. We're going to leave it right there. A Talk Talk Live Minute will be forthcoming very shortly with regards to this subject matter. And we'll be coming back with a new subject tomorrow. We're going to be talking about, and I already have the subject already, we're talking about Ocho Cinco and the fact that he did not marry Sherelle Rosado, his fiance, for certain reasons, and we're going to bring those reasons up and Talk Live and ask if he actually dodged a bullet or if he made a huge mistake. And we'll talk about that tomorrow night on Talk Live. So thank you very much for joining me, and we'll be back tomorrow night. And we'll be ending things on YouTube. Shout out to DRK Sure Shot. Shout out to Kareem Lee and all those people who participated tonight. And we look forward to seeing you then. And good night from Toronto. And thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. And we will be back tomorrow night. I'm going to head myself to the gym. Thank you very much. This will be uploaded on YouTube. And look forward to speaking to you then. And it was a great subject matter tonight. Very, very good conversation. Look forward to seeing you soon. And about the Ocho Cinco, end of the engagement and the reasons why he may have disengaged rather than re-engaged with Sherelle Rosado. We'll get her name right tomorrow night. But thank you very much for joining me live. Thanks very much for joining me on Talk Live.